The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Chuck Benson, coach, 86-76 final score. The Indians got off to a good start. You battled back, had a lead late in the game after you used good first half momentum into the second half to help get the lead, but ultimately it's the Indians finishing well down the stretch. Dissect this game, obviously, with the ups and downs that you faced.
Well, let's look at that. Let's just state the obvious. They have 16 offensive rebounds, and they scored 19 points off those 16 offensive rebounds. They turned us over. We had 18 turnovers. They scored 28 points off those turnovers. That led to 30 more shot opportunities. Their overall percentage from two was not very good. They unexpectedly shot the ball really well from three, making 9 of 20. Our offensive numbers are actually pretty good. 52 overall, 42 from the three, 76 from the line. We made as many as they attempted. But if you just melt it down to one glaring thing, it's that they absolutely killed us on the boards and we had ball security issues. And that's one of those things that it's not real. It's sort of hard to fix because players either take care of it or they don't. Players either rebound it or they don't, and it's sort of hard to quote coach those things.
You hit it on the knot. Obviously, those two areas are key in this game. You make the run though early in the second half. Did those things well. What did you like about the sequence at the end of the half to make it a single-digit game, to then allow yourself to take a lead and correct some of those areas for that little span before they came costly late?
Well, you like some of the resilience. I've always believed that games are won the second half. Tones can be set the first half, but games are won the second half. And despite the fact we were down double digits a lot the first half, we cut it there midway through the second, took the lead. But we just did not do enough of the things that lead to winning. We didn't defensive rebound the ball well. We didn't take care of the ball well enough. I'm saying all this, so let me make sure I give credit where credit is due. Catawba, coming off a loss at Anderson, comes in here today with a lot of determination. And they had some guys that really sort of step up. Montravius White puts in 25 and was making really difficult shots, but he made them. Abra Afi comes here and goes for 20 and 13. You got to give those guys credit. They're a good team. There's a reason why they've won this conference championship the last 2 years. And they've got plenty of guys, holdovers from the successes they've had in the last couple seasons. And those guys, honestly, they just kicked our butts today. just what happened. They kicked our butts.
How you talk about White and Athey, and I don't know if you know this, but each of them only had 20 points in their first 4 games of the season. They go for 25 and 20. How frustrating is it? Because you look and you'd see, Chris Robinson only had 4 points, their leading scorer, probably their best player, but it was the other. So how frustrating is it? I mean, to see guys that maybe you didn't necessarily expect go for big days.
It's frustrating, but this thing I say to our staff, to our team. Guys at this level are very talented. So a lot of times early in the year, relatively early in the year, it's November, guys may not score for a variety of reasons. So the small sample size we have this time of the year, it's not smart to say that anybody is lacking. So, the Montravius White is playing Division II basketball for a reason. It's because he's talented. Abra Athi is playing Division II basketball for a reason. He's talented. So those guys, created score opportunities for their team, not because they're lucky, it's because they're talented. And we've seen that happen in our other 2 conference games this year. Guys that you're not at this level because you just fell off an apple cart rolling through town and said, hey, I'm on the team. It don't work like that. And that might have happened here in the 40s and 50s. It ain't happening now. You're here for a reason. So, yeah, we did a great job on Chris Robinson. And earlier this week, he was leading our league in scoring. He was a league lead. So we did a great job. But it was some other guys that stepped up and secured the day, offensively speaking.
You had a 3-point lead with 7 minutes to go and only make one basket. It was Nick's layup there in the final moments. What did they do so well defensively? When the game was still there, you had the lead, you had some momentum. What did they do well defensively to limit you from scoring?
They were determined for 40 minutes. We didn't play a 40-minute game. They did. So as the game got late and it's winning time, you go from the 8-minute media to the 4-minute media. It's winning time. They brought more to the table than we did, and that's really unfortunate because to win games you have to do winning things. To win championships you have to do championship quality level things. It's hard to do those things. It's very easy to lose. It's very easy. Let your care level drop. Let your interest level drop. Let your energy level drop. Maybe not all the way, but just a little bit. And you'll be exposed in college athletics. So I'm hoping that we'll learn from this today. As disappointed as I am, hopefully the guys are as disappointed. And we'll be able to turn around on Tuesday, go on the road. Now we play 5 of the next 6 on the road. Hopefully we can learn some lessons from this. And perform at a higher level come Tuesday.
We'll talk about Tuesday. ENH loses today to Lenore-Rhine by 22, so obviously they'll be hungry and ready to roll on Tuesday. Is it the points off turnovers, taking care of the ball, and defensive rebounding the main lesson that you hope this group learns moving forward?
Well, it starts with that. But again, that's one of those things we have the players that we have. So either they can defensive rebound well or they can't. Either they are sound, secure versus pressure, or they're not. There's not a whole lot at this point that we can do because it's like the roster is what it is right now. So, you sort of dance with the one that brought you to the dance. So, we've got guys that are very capable in a lot of areas. Do I think we can do more on the defensive boards? Do I think we can be more ball secure? I'd like to think so. But obviously today, some things were shown that makes all of us question that. It just does, And this isn't like football where you have an exclusive offensive unit and an exclusive defensive unit. Some of the problems we have is we've got one of the best offenses in the country. Those guys have got to be better defensive rebounders. Those guys have got to be better defenders. Could we put a different lineup up there to be maybe better in those areas? We could, but now you're going to lose that a little bit on offense. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have guys that can play on both sides of the ball in this particular game, in this particular sport. And, if they have shortcomings, then we got to figure out a way to encourage them and motivate them and get them to step it up and play at a higher level, competitively speaking, on those nights that it's required.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you Tuesday in Emory, Virginia.
Great, thank you.
That's the head coach of the Eagles, Chuck Benson. His post-game thoughts brought to us today by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures.